As the name implies, we do this every single week, and I do it every single week at 8:30 Mountain Time on Wednesday. That is, of course, 7:30 if you're in Los Angeles, 10:30 if you're out in Florida or the Carolinas. So I want to give you guys your props too. I always talk about New York. Anyway, so this week's topic, profit is oxygen. I was kind of thinking in an allegorical way the other day, and I realized that there's some similarities that can be drawn between the health of a practice and the health of a physical body, be that human or other mammal. And I got to thinking about that, and I came to the conclusion, and I've heard this before actually. So let me, I misspoke there. This actually isn't my conclusion. The idea came from my reading of a very good book called $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. He's an interesting guy. If you have a few minutes to Google his accomplishments, he's basically a weightlifter that's on his way to becoming a billionaire. So he's a pretty good guy to listen to when it comes to building a business. And the idea of profit as oxygen makes a lot of sense. If you think about that, oxygen basically is a fuel that allows fires to burn. And in this case, also for the feeding and the growth and health of a organism, this oxygen is profit in your business. Now, profit is we say repeatedly because this is weekly profit talk, as basically the difference or the result of all of the revenues that a business takes in, minus your staffing and other costs of goods and labor, and also minus all your other administrative and selling expenses. So when you take the money coming in, subtract the money going out, the remainder is your bottom line, the net profit line, on what's either known as a profit and loss or an income statement. So we believe that profit is the oxygen in your business. You can think of revenues as the arterial flow coming in, and I consider the staffing administrative venous flows back to the heart of your business as the completion of the cycle. So sorry, excuse me here. Okay. So there is a concept to take the metaphor a step further, and that is that oxygen actually needs hemoglobin to reach all the cells of your body. It attaches itself to the red blood cells, and I think of that hemoglobin as the cash flow. Now, you may ask yourself, what's the difference between cash flow and profit? The thing is, your business has several different operations other than just the making of money and the paying of expenses. There are investments, financing, purchasing of large assets that need to be depreciated over time. And ultimately, the reason you're in business is to be able to take money out of the business and lead your personal life. These are known as either owner draws or shareholder distributions. Okay, so cash flow is different from profit. And I like to think of that as the hemoglobin of your business. So if you close the loop and complete the idea, integrating the profit and the cash flow of your business and understanding the relationship between the two to the best of your ability. Nobody's expecting you to be a financial expert. You're a medical expert, and we need you to do that. The society needs that, and you're creating a lot of value in society by doing what you do and spending the decade plus of training for it. So, but if you can think of the integration of profit and cash flow as a key to the that not only the health, but the future growth and prosperity of your business, that helps. So knowing your previous month's performance, this is simply what I call the Holy Trinity, which is the balance sheet, the profit and loss statement, and the statement of cash flows. These three things, if you're not doing anything else at all, you should be looking at those at the beginning of every month, following the conclusion of a previous month. For example, we're in June now. You should have already had either your staff or hopefully a qualified accountant or bookkeeper provide you with your financial statements. Don't ignore this. Knowing what your business has done is key to moving forward and knowing what you can do in the future. You see the phrase micro forecasting there, and that is simply a one word way to describe plugging in what if scenarios. Let's say, for example, staff nurturing and staff growth, let's say. You realize that it's time to bring somebody on to help lighten your load and allow you to run the business and mentor the people that work under you in a better, more efficient way. But you might want to sit down and think about how much the cost of acquisition of that person, as well as their ongoing salary, is going to be. There are tools where you can actually plug these things into software and come up with a result of future analysis. And these sort of things are critical for true growth and scaling of your business. So if you have any questions about any of that at all, we are reachable on any of the three media that you may be watching this on. We happen to be on Facebook and YouTube, as well as, of course, LinkedIn. And this is a live broadcast, of course. So if you happen to not be watching this right now, you can still pop something into the comments of any of those three media. We'll see that on any business day. And sometimes that includes a little bit of Saturday. And we'll get back to you just as soon as possible. If you have a very good question, we'll even save it and read it in next week's weekly profit talk. So until then, we are hoping that you have a very prosperous day and rest of your week. An amazing weekend upcoming. And if you have a chance, do something randomly kind for a stranger. So until then, remember, profit is oxygen, and we will see you next Wednesday at 8.